Hey Sagittarius, welcome. How are you guys tonight? Welcome. I don't normally do night readings, and hopefully this will bring you some good, if you're watching this on Monday morning, some good news, and also some enlightening. All right, my name is Patty, and I am here to do your intuitive tarot, but it is divine guided. So what that means is I use this deck here specifically and only for divines. Answer to you, to whatever you're looking to tarot for, whether you're trying to find an answer to something, seek something, whatever it is. Hopefully this resonates with you from him. And then I'll go into astrology, which is another oracle, and then I will go into your reading. All right, I think I can use this deck here. So the planets are really doing some interesting things. So if you haven't watched the full moon reading, it's still in play. The full moon's pretty much past now. However, those energies are still going on with Uranus and Mars, Venus, especially. So in those, will go until the full moon. I mean, till the new moon, excuse me. So we have the new moon coming up. This is your waxing time to actually have abundance and grow and do the things that you desire and have hope and joy. So let's see what the cards are going to say for you today. All right, so Divine's card is actually 9, 12. So the numerology in this card is 3. It is Wish Upon a Star. This is about your heart chakra. This is definitely about dreaming. This is about fantasizing. This is what's going on with the planets, yeah. But in reality, it's fantasizing and dreaming about something that can come to reality, okay? When we wish upon a star, we want to wish upon something that is going to happen in reality, that your desires. What's going on with the planets is a tug-of-war kind of a thing, and this is a tug-of-war between fantasy and reality. So Divine, I believe, is saying with this to acknowledge what you are fantasizing about. If it is really just a fantasy that will never happen, it's like a cow jumps over the moon kind of a thing, that will never happen. But the thing is, if you have a fantasy about getting married, for example, and having a good life, that's a very possible reality. We pray on things in that, as far as praying, not pray, but pray on that as well as meditate into those things. So we try to have the law of attraction to draw the things that we would say what we are is what we sort of become, kind of a thing. So if we want love, we be love, we give love, and that kind of thing, if that makes sense. Okay, so again, this is about wishing, dreaming, hoping. This is going on with the planets again, but in a reality sense. Okay, so your planets is definitely for future energies is the cow. This is nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving, and it's the number 2. The interesting thing about the cow is, remember about what I just said. If you want love, be love. You have to, if you want things of good, you have to nourish them. You have to lift them up. You have to encourage them. You have to be that. And that's sort of what this cow is. We are also, it's in abundance because we are in that waxing moon. So it is also the number 2 to bring things together or balance together, a piece together. But the cow is about what you feed it, it becomes. If you feed it crappy hay, if you feed it no good feed, that kind of a thing, the milk is really sour. Or if it's a meat cow, then the meat is really bad. It's not a very flavorful meat. But mainly I like to think of the milk because that's a much more nicer picture. But the thing is that what we feed ourselves is what we sort of output. Okay, definitely these two cards go hand in hand because you got the number 3 and you got the number 2. Again, number 2 is about also setting boundaries. It's about saying, hey, nope, that's not good for me. Definitely, you want to think about that. Setting your boundaries. Again, that is nourishing yourself, your mind, body, and spirit in that sense. Okay. All right. And we're going to do a Celtic cross today again. If I can get these all settled. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Now remember, if you're a subscriber, you do get free readings and free coaching. So how to do that is just subscribe. If you wonder what kind of coaching I do and what kind of things I discuss pretty much anything and everything. But you can go on to divinewarriorintuitive.com, my website, and see there. I have my secular channel there as well. It's to Get Balanced 2020. That has a lot of videos on it that to help you no matter what. However, if you're a subscriber, ignore the prices. It's all free. If you are not, then just look at the pricing and see what you want to do. All right. So here we go. So at the center right now of what's going on, it's definitely a struggle. Somebody's trying to stand up for themselves, but this is a struggle of improving yourself. This is something that you want and you desire. Again, we're looking at wishing upon a star. We're trying to figure what we want out. This could be a struggle for somebody who is in the process of evolving to their next level. Okay, but this is definitely a person who has reached where they want to go, and this might be the time where also too that you might have reached all your potentials or where you think you're at, as far as like your goals and everything. And it's like, okay, now what do I do? You set new goals. That might be somebody in that sense. Your challenge is to really listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, listen to what it's telling you, what your passion and your purpose and calling are. Purpose and calling are two different things. However, we can go through, we may have several callings, but we have one purpose. Purpose is to love and to serve. Okay, and that means that we don't, nothing stops at us. It goes through us. So whatever that is for you. In your past, you've been very trustworthy, very, definitely, probably pretty honest. It might be even, you might think that that's right now not a good thing because you were blunt, or maybe you were too truthful, or somebody didn't want to hear it. It might not have been. It has nothing to do with truth. It's good to have absolute truth as long as it's coming from divine truth. But the thing is that it's the way that you present it. I have that problem because I'm very direct now. I didn't used to be. I used to beat around the bush about stuff. And it's just like, you know what? That's a lot of work. So I'm just direct. But now I'm sometimes too direct, but I'm not mean. I'm just saying, well, no, that dress doesn't look good on you. And maybe it hurts their feelings or whatever because they spent money on it and they wanted me to lie to them, but I won't do that. I'm really sorry. Just say, well, maybe there could be a better choice. Again, it's the way you word things. All right. So we do have a lot of good things coming. Apparently, whatever this is that you're wishing on, whatever you're fantasizing or dreaming or hoping for, it may come into fruition. I don't know how soon, how far, but it will come to fruition. It's acknowledging. It's sort of like owning it before it happens. Okay, when we talk about spirituality, we ask divine, I want this, but you already have it. It's just believing in that you have it. And you just go get it. And you might have to work for it a little bit, but you just go get it. Okay. So we have the Death card at your root. Let me look at this for a second. This is a little bit like Aries, because somebody is it's either you or somebody coming towards you afraid that you're going to be leaving them or separating from them and they're not going to be there anymore. Okay. This has to do with fear of being alone, fear of doing something alone, fear of not having the help, fear of separation, fear of the unknown. Okay, theirs was what was theirs? Aries was uncharted waters. was theirs. But there is some fear here, definitely some fear. So you're going to have to tackle that. I don't know who that's for. And the rear, where the fear is coming from is you're thinking too much. You got the Four of Cups, which is you're thinking too much, or it's causing you more stress. It's causing you more mental challenges. And it could be causing you depression or anxiety going through this process. Again, those are those low vibrational energies that want to keep you stuck. Okay. Remember, this is about abundance. This is about nourishing yourself, your mind, spirit, and body. And that's what the cow is he eats the nourishment that is good for him, we're going to go forth and have abundance. So he'll if it's a milk cow, again, we'll go back to the milk cow, you'll have abundantly good milk, and you'll have a lot of milk. But if you're feeding them crap and it's nutritious, I'm getting tired, so the last reading for the night, then this is definitely something that they're not going to produce. This is just like a human being. If we put something into our minds or our spirit that is not healthy, then we cannot produce and be at the potential that we want to be, or be at a higher self that we want to be. And I'm talking more a spiritual level, be at a higher self. But if you have rest, you have good food, you have exercise, you have all the elements, mind, body, and soul, then you can reach that next potential. You can reach that intuition that will help you in your spirit, because your high priestess is your card that is yelling at you, trying to get you to listen to your spirit and your heart again. However, the people around you, they want to create a kerfuffle. They want to create oh, you can't do that. Oh, what about this? You don't have enough money. Or what are you thinking? Or what is your potential? Or this is a lot, again, just like the Aries, a lot of noise trying to get at you, trying to make you not think, trying to separate you from what you're trying to do and dream and grow. That has to go away. So anybody who creates noise and isn't lifting you up and say, yeah, go for it, try it. What do you got to lose? Or what is it that you're trying to do? Or who you're trying to be with, or whatever that is, then if they're not saying that, then they're friends. But you know what? Again, there's that not truthfulness to it. It's just more about losing you, separating from you, that kind of a thing. Then they're not for you. Okay, they're not for you. They're against you. They're not supportive, so they're against you. Okay, that is noise. Gossip is noise. This keeps everybody on the earth roller coaster of not being able to hear your intuition, feel your intuition, feel your energies, feel your spiritual side. Allow divine in and hear, so that you can have that wish upon a star, that fantasy that becomes reality. It's not the fantasy that is blown out. Oh, the cow jumps over the moon. Oh, that's just fantasy. Yes, it's never going to happen. Again, it's allow you to draw in the reality from a fantasy, a desire, a dream, something of that nature. I don't know if that makes sense. It's got to make sense to somebody, because this is the message he's giving me. Definitely the Seven of Pentacles. Again, it is somebody is working through, somebody is looking at and paying attention to. And this is really the hard work, is because this is improving. This is bringing you to your next level of your higher self, your higher vibration. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. Again, free will is your choice, but whatever is coming for this process of whatever you're going through, there's a lot of beautiful energy there, but it's going to come fast. So this is almost like this fantasy to reality is going to come fast. Okay, and this is sort of might throw somebody off for a loop, because you're Aries, you not Aries, but the fire signs, they like to move real quick and then get bored real quick. So this might bring a nervous energy because it's coming so fast. It's like it's really not in your control. So then again, you're more nervous because it's like supernatural control. It's supernaturally coming to you. And that's why it's scary for you. All right. I'm going to use these cards first. All right. Let's see. Oop. I was going to clarify. Let me put these back here. I want to clarify this Three of Cups. This is sort of your future energy and acknowledging a celebration, acknowledging possibly this fantasy turning into a reality. Oh, it's the Hermit. So this is something that maybe you're going to be doing, or you are dreaming by yourself right now, something that you have to figure out yourself. I think somebody's got two things they really, really want. I see the number 2. I see that they've got a pull. It's like, oh, I really want this, but then I really want this. Which one do I pick? You got to listen to your spirit and your heart and your intuition. If you're trying to make a choice between two things, you have to really listen to your intuition and your heart, and that will tell you what you should be doing. Okay? It's maybe not what you want to do, or you would have chosen the other one. But if you choose the one that your heart and spirit are telling you to do, that is that analyzing of your spirit that you really, really want to look at, because you're going to pick the right choice then. You're going to pick the right choice. There's no right or wrong, but it's going to be a lot happier choice, put it that way. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords, something very new, and the Knight of Swords. Again, this is something you really want and desire, something that is going to grow and be very beautiful. This is possibly a give and take time in your life, but this is about nourishing and feeding that dream, or that wish. I don't like the word wish, because then you think, oh, it's not a possibility. It's like, oh, it may happen, it may not happen, but you already own it. So you really, really want to nourish and encourage that fruition to happen, to come to light. And Divine will have it come to light, because he's saying, I really want you to think about what you want. And I've had to do that too, because you sit there and you think, okay, what do I really, really want? And once you hit all your goals and ambitions that you've done, it's like, okay, well, now what do I really do want? You know, and I had somebody ask me that question maybe even a year back, but I've been so busy working, I haven't even really thought what I wanted. So it was a really good time to Divine to put that person with that question in my life, because I really had to sit there and think, what do I really want for the next 3 to 5 years? So that's what's coming. And somebody's going to be asking, because there's going to be some offerings here. Offerings of definitely sharing with you and communicating with you what it is that you really want, to bring you peace and love in your life. Definitely peace, love, and joy. And that is the supernatural. I'll tell you, and that is spiritual, because I've lived both lives, worldly and spiritual. The best card in this book, in these cards, is the Ace of Cups, because it is an offering of love. It's an offering of desire. It's an offering of peace. It's an offering of joy. It's an offering of anything that your heart and spirit has been wanting. All right. Sagittarians, I hope this helped a little bit. Definitely really focus in on what you really, really want, what you're desiring. This is something, and if you're, again, trying to weigh both things, say you got 2 people you love, I don't know, and you really don't know which one to choose, that's where you reach inside. That's where you nourish your spirit, and that you talk to your spirit and ask Divine, show you which one and what you desire for the best, because Divine knows better than we do, because he can see way beyond how well and good that person is or not. We can't, because we're living in the physical world. All right. So I don't know who that was for. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and support my channel. If you've enjoyed this, you also get free readings and free coaching if you do so. Again, divinewarriorintuitive.com. But don't forget to like and share and walk in absolute truth and love. And I'll see you next week. Take care, guys.